It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies. The streaming continues as the cinemas remain closed. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hey there, Jim.
Hey.
Yes, with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
Oh, yes. Well, this week on the podcast, we talk about new flicks to streaming and VOD, special events by our friends at CIFF Calgary for their doc series called Top Docs. Open Rage, the lists, Rage or Dare, and then we forego our New Year's resolutions till next year when there is hope in hell for us being able to keep them. Because right now, that ain't happening. I'm drunk every day.
I see.
If I could be drunk at work as well, it would be even better. But I just can't do it.
Fair enough.
I don't know how alcoholics do it, but I kind of envy them. But then I feel sorry for them.
Yes, as you should.
All right.
You're bringing me down already, man. Let's start streaming.
Streaming. Wonderful from streaming. We've been just streaming. And Bryce, we've been doing what?
Streaming. All right. So, this week we did a lot of streaming because that's pretty much all we can do.
That's it, man.
We are going to kick it off with a movie called Palm Springs. It is streaming right now on Amazon Prime. Palm Springs is sort of like Groundhog Day, only at a wedding and with better weather. A dude named Niles is forced to live the same day over and over again. As the story rolls along, we learn how this repetition works. The story does, however, take some unexpected twists. The humor all pretty much worked. The cast was stellar, with Andy Samberg and Kristen Milotti leading the way. And J.K. Simmons also pops up, and that's always a welcome sight.
Oh, yeah.
This movie took an unoriginal concept and turned it into a pretty original story. I actually enjoyed this quite a bit with its likable cast and its humorous script. In combination with first-time director Max Barbacow's vision, made this a very amusing meh.
Oh, interesting. Well, I think I might have liked it a little bit more than you.
Wow. I really liked it.
I did too. So Andy Samberg, in all his glory, like, if you like Andy Samberg, you're going to like this film.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're going to hate this film.
I don't know that I'd go that far. If you like him, you're going to love it. There's a lot of Andy Samberg.
There's a lot of him in it. So.
And it's Andy Samberg doing Andy Samberg. So,
yeah,
yes.
he's like full-on Andy Samberg. Groundhog Day meets 51st Dates. That's the best way I could explain it.
Sure.
J.K. Simmons is awesome. Storylines like these are not unique and original, really, anymore, as they have been done enough times. So, what is going to keep you interested in this format? For me, as I normally hate sappy love stories, and normal won't cut it, at least for me. So they have to be unique, quirky, or fun. This one seems to have all of that.
It does.
Plus, I absolutely love Andy Samberg. I love him. I can't get enough of him. Like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is one of my favorite
Hot
shows.
Rod.
And Hot Rod is one of my favorite movies.
Hot Rod's awesome.
Well, no.
Just watched it the other day, probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's still funny.
I want to go back now and watch it tonight because, you know what? My name is Jim, and I like to party.
Nice.
So this gets a fun ride, Mondo. Best line, Joey tending his turds.
Yes.
By the great J.K. Simmons.
Yes.
He was brilliant. Oh man, yeah. Interesting. This concept of the film. I think if you kind of like this concept too, it kind of makes it easier for you. Like those whole movies of rewatching it, like Happy Death Day. Loved Happy Death Day.
Yep.
And I liked Happy Death Day too. Not as much, but I did like it. This one, Groundhog Day.
Yep.
There's a few of them. Even what?
The Tom Cruise action movie. What was that?
Yeah.
It's good too. It's a good concept.
I love.
It's just a bit.
It's kind of a good concept.
You know what? I keep on expecting it to be a tired concept, but every time I watch a movie that's got this concept, I enjoy it. So I guess it's a can't miss concept. There's nothing wrong with that.
This might be a subgenre. Actually, here's a question though: is it a subgenre or is it now a genre?
Oh, it's not a genre of movie. There's not enough of them, but there's a lot of them.
But some of them are comedies.
Yeah.
Some of them are sci-fi. Some of them. So it's kind of like, well, it's not a subgenre of sci-fi, or it's not a subgenre of comedy. Yeah. It's a subgenre of subgenres. That's like it's. Oh my God! I'm just Christopher Nolan myself.
You did. You did indeed. No, but I don't know what it is about that, just living the same day over and over again, but it works. You think, it get boring after 90 minutes, but it seems to work every time.
Thing, but yeah, well, especially with it where you can die, right? It's like, okay, so what creative ways to die? I'm always game for that.
Yeah, well, most of them, that's the way it is. You die, you wake up, you're back square one. Yeah. Let's do it again.
Groundhog Day.
Yes.
Sweet. Well, we also saw Wolfwalkers.
We sure did.
Which is on Apple Plus.
Yes.
Which, I gotta say, I am not disappointed on anything that's coming out on Apple Plus. Pretty much everything they release, I am falling in love with.
Yeah.
Which is not the same, I would say, for Disney. I think Apple's just being really smart about who it's putting on there and how it's being done. They're choosing directors and actors to make things happen, and this is no exception. So this is about a young apprentice hunter and her father's journey to Ireland to help wipe out the last wolf packs. But everything changes when she befriends a free-spirited girl from the mysterious tribe rumored to transform into wolves at night. And it is directed by two people, Tom Moore and Ross Stewart. Its writers are Jerica Cleland, and this is probably Irish names for all I know. For the story and script, Will Collins, and there's a few other credits in there. It stars Honor Nefsey, maybe? Eva Whitaker, and our buddy Sean Bean.
Yeah.
It's so these if this was a Disney film, I don't think we would have got as much joy out of this film. I find this
because it would have been computer generated images.
Creative and a new production from Cartoon Salon. This amazing Irish cartoon studio putting out great award-winning Irish and other country folklore films like The Breadwinner, which was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
The Secret of Kells, which was amazing. And The Song of the Sea, along with many other animated shorts and projects. So the positives on this, it's not a Disney. It's of Irish origin. And from what I understand, the surviving legacy of the people that are part of the studio were from the original Don Bluth studios that were put up in Ireland back in the day. So
cool,
pretty cool stuff. Creative colors and styles and visions. There's a few things I kind of wanted to unpack, but we can do that after you chat.
Sure.
But this was an animated, joyful mondo for me. I loved everything about this. It didn't make me hate, or I didn't find any of the characters too annoying. They were just quirky enough that I fell in love with everything.
Cool. Wolfwalkers. Wolfwalkers is a beautiful film that took me back to a time when an animated image on the screen actually made me feel something. The hand-drawn feel combined with a simple, effective story created a world that I was easily able to invest in. The father-daughter dynamic and the lessons learned were universal, even though this movie takes place in the 1650s during the English colonization of Ireland. Of course, taking place at that time brings upon some political commentary. The film also touches upon some environmental issues as well. Plus, there's a substantial amount of girl power on display.
Yes, there is.
My one complaint is a familiar one. It did not need to be 1 hour and 45 minutes. This story could have been told more effectively in a tight 90 minutes, but that is honestly my only complaint. This is a beautifully animated, elegantly executed feast for the eyes, but 15 to 20 minutes too long. Very high meh.
Oh, you evil troll, you.
I'm sorry, I was so close. I was starting to go, it's meh. It's meh. It's good though. I loved it, and people should watch it. It's the best. I'll say this: it's probably the best animated film, like new film, that I've seen in at least 2 years.
Yeah, I would agree. I haven't seen anything I've read. So tell me what you think you could have pulled out of it, because I felt the character development was allowed, like.
There were some of the scenes. No, there were just some scenes that were longer than they needed to be, and it was maybe I'm just not a fan of the action sequences. I don't know, but I thought they could have been tighter. It didn't need to be 1 hour and 45 minutes. If you're marketing this to both adults and kids alike, which it should be, because it should appeal to both.
It's animated, it's animated,
so. I don't know that the average, 8 to 10 year old is or less, 6
4
plus,
or 5 year old
are going to be able to sit there for more than 90 minutes and find this, and even I was a little fidgety at times. So
okay, well that's the fidget factor.
Yeah, it's just a few scenes, and I'm not going to point to anything in particular, but I know that there's a few things they could have just tightened up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I kind of get it. I was enjoying it. I
great.
Personally don't mind a 2 hour animated film if it's done well. Right. But yeah, I kind of see it. For me, the thing, and I'm going to go back to it. I love characters. The characters in this show were all well developed.
They were.
Like if you're going to have any characters in your movie, they should be bloody well developed. I don't care what anybody says. And yet so many directors get that wrong. This animated feature just captured these characters really, really well. Even when the mom comes back into the picture, you get to know her. You know who she is. You know about her and her whole being, right? So I loved it. The thing was the style. This had a very, very, very unique style to it. Like it had a few mixed mediums within the animation, which I found brilliant. But it wasn't like if you go back, because I used to be a huge Don Bluth fan, and if you go back to his style of animation, right, which was so time intensive as well, and you think to yourself, yeah, I mean it's great for its time, but this just blows things right out of the water. Yeah, it's just the colors captured the time frame of the year it was made, right? Like it's a brilliant visual shooting for sure.
Yeah. I can't argue with anything you said, which makes it a high meh.
Oh, baby. Okay. Well, wow. What else did we see? So we got... I'm giving out Mondos like candy this week, and you're just a happy meh guy.
Yeah, I'm the happy meh guy. All right, from there, we're going to go to... we're going to get a little darker. You ready to get darker?
Yes, I love getting darker.
All right, we're going with The Soul Collector, which apparently was also called 8. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. It was, yeah.
So
actually, if you search it on IMDb,
it's 8?
It's 8.
There you go.
Yep.
So it is now currently playing on Shudder, and somebody has told me that it's also playing on Tubi. Is that correct?
Supposedly, yeah. It is. I'll have to double check while you talk. But that's where I was directed from IMDb. So
there you go. So The Soul Collector is about an old guy who collects souls. Accurately named movie.
But not 8 of them, so...
that's why I'm a little confused. Where did the 8 come from? Did I miss something? I don't know. I probably did.
It was at the very end. Remember the formation? Yeah, it's on Tubi, by the way.
Perfect. So, apparently, this dude has agreed to collect souls for some unnamed god to feed his dead daughter, whose soul he had traded, I think. The movie was actually quite good, even though the motivations of our soul collector, Lazarus, were not 100% clear to me. I also didn't understand what the point of the neighboring villagers were. I guess Lazarus at some point had taken one of their eyes? They seem to put up with him, though, and they seem to know what he's about. The scenes with them really seemed pointless to me. Still, there was an eeriness and tension to this film that came through despite its weaknesses. The dynamic between Lazarus and the young girl Mary was interesting. The film looked really good, and I can honestly say I was never bored, although there were times when I was a little confused, as you can tell from my review. Ultimately, The Soul Collector, because it was so visually stunning, because of the feeling that I got watching it, even though sometimes I didn't know what I was watching, it was a meh.
Which is okay. I mean, that's one of the things you and I live for.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not knowing what the fuck's going on at times, which is okay. I
fine.
love that confusion factor.
Yep.
So for me, a new spin on death from Bill and Ted, only he's black. Creepy, and apparently scary as fuck just before you die.
Yeah.
Apparently. I have to say, I really did enjoy the CLF in this film. She has created, to me, a whole new class of CLF for me to enjoy. Kids that are smart and can act and do not annoy me for the entire film.
She was really good.
Huh. Who knew that even existed? To remind everyone, the three classes of CLF are ones who are creepy, think Malachi from Children of the Corn, or Damien from The Omen, who are in their own class all by themselves. Then there's the CLFs who are annoying the whole movie, and you just want to punch in the face because they pretty much ruin any good the film could provide. Think the kid in Curly Sue, or pretty much 90%.
Oh my God, that's exactly what I was thinking. Curly Sue.
Dude, it's so
that's
true.
crazy.
Channeling, or that other one with that redheaded kid. What was that one?
Oh, Problem Child?
With John Ritter. Yeah, or that kid.
Oh, that was the worst.
Yeah, and then so the last CLF is usually kids who are so adorable, you want to pinch their cheeks and not allow Krampus anywhere near them. So like the kid from Train to Busan.
Yep.
Who's amazing.
She was
and
a
now
sweetie.
we have a whole new class of kids. This is very exciting for me. I finally found
Spit it out, Jim.
fourth class of CLF. I could not be happier. I liked a lot about this movie. I like the local lore of the dead and the beliefs of the village. I liked the creep factor of the demon child. I like the intersection of the lead girl, my new favorite kid actor, Kita Luna, I'm guessing is how she pronounced her name. I hope to see her in a lot more things. This appears to be the only thing she's ever been in right now, so I'm kind of concerned that we might not see her more and more, but I'm really hoping we do. I did have a few questions that we do need to unpack some things here.
Go for it.
For example,
let's talk it out.
Such as the interactions with Lazarus' character and the power he held over the town, which is exactly what you said. Because I'm kind of like, I wasn't kind of understanding it, but I kept thinking to myself, okay, maybe it was just the fact that they feared him because it was like they knew he was a soul sucker of the types, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they knew that he carried around a bag of his dead child.
Yeah. Well, and you noticed that all the older people in the town really feared him, and then there was that that younger guy that's like, why what's with this guy? Let's just kick his ass. But they're like, no. We just let him do his thing.
I know. It's kind of
otherwise, he might take another one of our eyes. I don't know what was going on.
At the same time, everything. Maybe. I don't know. So yeah, that was one thing that was kind of a little strange in there.
I didn't think that they even needed the town. Or they needed to do it differently.
Well, they needed the town at the end because they created the ceremony that was in the shape of an egg.
Yeah. I guess
that was the original title of the film.
Yeah.
But all in all, I thought this was a great little folk tale with a no-nonsense ending that should satisfy everyone. The ending in this was fantastic.
It was good.
Like, if it would have ended differently, I might not have given this the same rating that I'm going to give it. Reincarnation of Mary into Sarah's womb gets a South African ghostly demon, soul-sucking meh, but definitely worth a look for the visuals alone.
I'd say we agree on this one.
Woo!
We finally agreed. 3 movies in.
Well, we may separate here too, because remember when I said I was handing out Mondos like candies? Well,
oh, you're not giving this one a Mondo. There's no freaking way.
Oh, dude, I absolutely love this movie.
Okay, well, you talk and then I'll rebut.
Okay, yeah, you rebut. So get ready for an outrageous coming-of-age love story about growing up and blowing up. When students in their school begin exploding, literally. Don't? What's happening?
It's just bad. Just keep on going.
Oh, don't keep talking, but you're not liking the fact that I'm saying it. Seniors Mara and Dylan struggle to survive in a world where each moment may be their last. Director-writer is Brian Duffield, who has, it's his first directorial debut, but he also did write the original Babysitter.
Okay.
I'm just saying. And based on a novel by Aaron Starmer, stars Catherine Langford, Charlie Plummer, and Yvonne Orgy or something. Orgy? Something like Orgy?
I would say
Orgy?
I would say it's Orgy.
It's a different pronunciation of Orgy, but it's supposedly there. So I thought this was going to be, and you know what? I have a feeling that you're thinking this is this. I thought this was going to be another typical teenage high school romance. Well, I could not be more wrong. First, no, again, Brian Duffield this is obviously his first film. He also wrote Underwater.
I liked Underwater. I
know. I think he's a really good writer. If I'm going to have to watch a romance rom-com of teenagers, they better motherfucking blow up randomly at some point in a movie. And blow up these seniors in high school did. This is a great example of a unique and interesting script with interesting and quirky people where, wow, what a concept. You also don't know what or how or where this film will be going. The film is not predictable teenage love story. It is a blood-soaked high school journey through unique and creative, head-exploding coming of age, where it may have the record for the most exploding heads of any film that's been made, and certainly the most exploding heads of any love story. Can't say for sure, but it is a pretty good guess that I'm probably pretty accurate this year. Yet, a high school prom was never as much fun, Mondo. I loved this movie. It spoke to me on so many levels.
What?
Now, it did. I loved it. I love exploding people. I thought this whole creative story idea was wacky, and I liked it.
Okay.
Why did you hate it so much?
First of all, it wasn't exploding heads. Like the whole thing, they just combusted. Their whole bodies combust. There's nothing left.
They spontaneously combusted.
Yeah.
Spontaneously combusted.
They did. That's why it's called spontaneous.
But their heads were part of it.
Their head is part of the body that does explode, yes. Okay, so here we go. So I get an email last week from Jim that says he started watching this movie and the first 10 minutes of this film are hilarious and he wants to review it for the show. I'm like, whatever, I'll watch it. 10 minutes went by and I didn't laugh once. Then the next 90 minutes or so went by and still I did not laugh. This was not funny. It was also not entertaining. The leads were annoying. The story went nowhere. It took one concept and stretched what could have been a mildly entertaining 5 to 10 minute short and turned it into a boring and irritating 90 plus minute feature. I did not buy any of the relationships. The whole movie was forgettable. Plus it wasn't even consistent, as everyone who explodes is basically liquefied. But at one point, in like a hazmat suit, some dude explodes and falls to their knees. Like they still had knees.
No, they melted.
I thought that they should have just liquefied like everyone else. So how could they fall to their knees? The suit should have just fallen down into a pile.
It did eventually.
No, it didn't. He was on his knees, then fell to its knees. It's liquid now. You don't fall to your knees when you're liquid.
Okay.
This was an inconsistent waste of my time. On no level was it good. As a coming-of-age movie, it was a failure. As a comedy, it was a failure. As a horror movie, it was a failure. I could go on, but I'll sum it up the whole experience with one word. Guess what that word is, Jim? It's
Mondo.
Rage. It was
Mondo.
freaking awful. I hated this movie.
I loved it. I loved every minute about it.
How could you love every minute? It was stupid. It wasn't funny. I
loved it. All the characters were all weird and fucked up. It's like me in a nutshell. I loved it.
It was awful.
Basically my high school, but people were blowing up. So, which is kind of what I was hoping was going to happen in my high school. And this actually made it happen.
There you go.
Well, I am sad that actually I'm not that sad because I really enjoyed it. And so if I cannot give you a Mondo, I'm happy to give you a Rage.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. I do love this writer though. Like the director, I like his stuff. I love The Babysitter.
Babysitter was good.
Underwater was good. He's got some really good writing credits in it.
Yeah.
I think
this was not good.
Well, it was for me, but I have a feeling if maybe somebody else directed this, maybe again, I fell in love with everything about it. I understand why you didn't like it, but interesting. We've talked about this before, where you get a writer who's a good writer, and then they direct their own thing, right? So it's like I wonder if he would have given this away to somebody else to actually direct if you would have liked it better.
I personally don't think it would have mattered.
Well,
not in my case.
That's sad. It's sad for you.
As I say, this would have been a fantastic 10-minute short. I might have even giggled once if it was 10 minutes and not 90 excruciating minutes.
Well, this is the type of rom-com I like. People exploding and people weird, and you don't know what's going to happen next, which I didn't.
Well, there you go. All right, sir.
Well, what happened next?
What happened next? Ooh, what's that? Well, sir, we have a CIFF special event. Top Docs is starting up the year. And the first thing that they are showing is a movie called The Reason I Jump. Cool, eh? So, the reason The Reason I Jump is a sort of insightful adaptation of the memoir by Naoki Higashida, a nonverbal autistic 13-year-old at the time. The film takes passages from the book and relates them to various subjects, autistic subjects from the USA, Britain, India, and Sierra Leone. The film invites us into the lives of these individuals and shows that the way that they interpret information. As the film progresses, there is an understanding that develops, and ultimately the empathetic eye of the director, Jerry Rothwell, conveys an enriching experience that may cause you to look at those that are living with autism in a different light. This is an immersive and an important film. This is a Mondo.
Yeah, this film is the best interpretation of the mind of a person with autism who cannot speak.
Yep.
I've seen other films docs about autism, but this one definitely takes the cake. This takes you on an emotional journey that rips your heart out, chews it up and spits it out and reshapes it to really feel everything and everyone impacted by this condition. These parents are saints.
Yeah.
And I really felt for them the entire movie. I was blown away about the book that inspired this movie and what patience and dedication it took to work with Robin Smith, the director, as well as how they were able to do this was brilliant. To bring this film to us, it was just a huge insight into the minds of these kids with autism. And I felt blessed to have had that experience. I really did. I freaking loved every single thing about this movie. This gets below my mind wide open, Mondo.
Yep.
We need to unpack a few things. The cinematography in this was brilliant. The parents and what they had to go through is just beyond. When you see movies like this, and you think of, and we kind of talk a little bit of it's not really the same talk, but it kind of is, and that's in regards to socialized Medicare. And you think of what some of these people, like a lot of these people must have been fairly well off for them to be able to get to where they had to go. Because, when we saw in the film for Rooting for Runa, where they had no way of supporting themselves through her handicap or through her disabilities. And this, I really felt for the parents because they had but they had some support. So I felt good about that. The narrator was fantastic, and who they got to read it. I didn't notice, I'm not sure if you did, who it was that did the narration, but it was so well done with the film. The technology to assist in the emotions in the film, it was just wow. And it's funny how they would do something as simple as have a piece of paper for them to be able to do it, right? I was blown away. And it's funny because as much as I know sign language, I'm terrible at finger spelling. So I can't imagine how some of these people can follow what these kids are and having to put spaces into their words, right? Because that's how they would get their thoughts out, was by spelling out. They could spell, they just can't get their words out, which is, I don't know. It was, as a parent, and I imagine for people that have had similar, this is going to be a mind-blowing experience. Great doc for them to put out as their first doc of the year.
Absolutely. No.
Hopefully everybody sees it.
I think it's going to be streaming. So go to ciffcalgary.ca, CIFF Calgary.ca, and purchase a VOD for it and watch it. It is well worth watching. Very, very good doc. I was quite pleased that this is how they kicked off the season.
Blow your mind wide open.
All right, sir.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
Well, my rage this week stems from grocery shopping, is where it started.
Grocery shopping? What does that have to do with film?
I know, right? How are we going to tie grocery shopping into film? Well, let me tell you, I was at the Safeway in my neighborhood going to buy groceries, and it is like a fucking zombie apocalypse in there most days. Every single person's walking the wrong direction. They're not following any instructions. If you want to know why COVID is spreading in the world right now, it's because people are going to fucking Safeway, is what I want to tell you. Whatever's happening around the world, it's like when COVID first came out and they said, okay, we got to lock things down. We got to have less amount of people in the stores, but nobody's policing this anymore. You go into grocery stores, and I personally don't feel safe anymore. I am not going to go to grocery stores unless I absolutely have to, because I am afraid to go in there. Yet, they have closed our local cinemas. Follow how that went?
Yep.
See the very thick marker line that has been interwoven into that? They're going to close my motherfucking cinemas, which are the safest place when they've got social distancing, they've got food that is properly prepared, they've got people making sure you feel safe and having physical and social distance, and yet I go to the grocery store and I don't feel safe. So what the hell? I think, every province in Canada and every state in the U.S., they all have a similar, every state and province has a different mindset about how to deal with this. Well, how about we just stay socially distanced And somebody, like, if someone is selling their wares, make them responsible for it. That's my rage this week. I'm so mad that I can't go see movies in theaters, and yet I go to the grocery store and I don't feel safe. Like, it's frustrating. I've never felt safer than when I'm at the movie theaters with theaters at 25 capacity, 25% capacity. But, you know, the grocery stores just do whatever the fuck they want. And it's pissing me off. That's my rage.
Fair enough. All right, sir. My rage is probably pretty predictable. I'm sure I have
Is it
raged.
spontaneous?
No, it's not spontaneous. But
Well,
it's about something we've already talked about. I wanted to talk about it more in my review, but I decided to save it for my rage.
Oh, sweet.
I'm sure I've raged about this before, but here we go again. So last week I watched Wolfwalkers, and it once again drove home the point that CGI animation has to go away. The warmth and beauty conveyed in the art that was Wolfwalkers is impossible to recreate with a computer-generated image. So why do we continue to do so? There is not a computer in the world that can outdo a talented artist. The cold and sterile images that computer animation creates is a detriment to the quality writing of many animated features. I hate computer animation, and I don't understand why people, Jim, do not 100% agree with me. That is my rage.
Want me to tell you why I don't agree with you?
Tell me again, because I still don't understand.
So I like real art animation better. I'm giving you that. But I like good stories that are animated. I think Up is a character-driven story. It's one of my favorite animated films of all time.
And I think it suffered from the computer animation. Yes, it was. It was well written, and it could have been so much better had it not been that.
I am definitely not going to debate you on the fact it could have been better. But if my choice is that I'm going to get a badly animated CGI from Disney that still has an amazing story with probably some of the best character development of any animated film that's ever been created, then yeah, I'll take it, because that's the only way I'm going to get it. That's my argument.
It's weak.
Is it? Because you still loved Up, even though it was terrible.
Yeah, I did love Up, but Up would have been so much better had it not been all smooth and like no detail and yes.
Imagine how much it would have been if it was black and white.
I don't want to look. I don't want to feel like I'm watching a freaking video game.
Okay, here's a question for you then.
Yes.
What do you think Up would have been like? I'm thinking in the mind of Bryce here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think Up would have been like if it was an actual actors in it, and it had Ed Asner as himself in the movie, and we went on a journey that was black and white, thinking it as if it was directed by, let's say, who's that director that you love that I hate that did the stupid one with the monkeys that I try and forget? He existed. Did Eraserhead, all those other terrible
David Lynch?
Yeah, imagine David Lynch did Up, black and white, with real people. Would that, if you're gonna hope, like, you can't just hope for animation. Like, just if you're gonna hope for something, hope for the thing that you want to create the most.
Okay, number one, I think that would be amazing. Okay. Number two, I don't know what it has to do with the price of tea in China. There's no freaking way that these are related. Of course it's related. Just blow up all the computer animation stuff and let's just put pen to paper and let's start doing this right.
I'm just saying, if you're going to start dreaming, because CGI is not going away, buddy. It's like you either have to get on board with stories.
Yeah, CGI. You know what? CGI. It's another fad. It's another fad, just like the cell phone. All you wieners are going to feel like idiots when 10 years from now, cell phones are going to be nothing. You're going to be coming back to the landline, just like me.
Oh, you mean it's going to be like people are going to spontaneously?
You know what?
Stop using.
You know what would be nice? Let's get rid of phones altogether. Let's actually just start. You know what? If you want to come and see me, write me a letter. I will get the letter. I will write you back with a time that you can come over and knock on my door. And then you can, then 3 to 5 weeks later, you can knock on my door and we can have a conversation in person. That is how the world should be.
That, and also the fact that you should always have a shovel in your smart car when you're trying to drive.
Yeah, don't get me started on shoveling out my smart car. Oh my goodness gracious.
If only you had a cell phone.
Oh, I didn't need a cell phone. I had nice people that helped me out. Anyways.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Oh. I have a feeling someone got to see a Denise Richards movie.
Who would that be, Jim?
That would be you. I'm so excited to find out which one you watched.
Yes, I did watch a Denise Richards movie.
Sweet. Which one did you watch? Did you watch Alpha Code or did you watch Switched?
I watched Switched.
Okay.
Okay. So I watched Switch starring one Denise Richards, and it was beyond bad. I am not going to talk about it, as I refuse to rehash the agony of the initial experience. This does, however, cause a problem. As because Money Plane was meh, I now have to watch an additional Denise Richards movie, as there is still the potential for back-to-back mess. Which would keep her off the Doubted list. So it looks like I now have to watch Alpha Code. I have to watch Alpha Code. If it is meh, she is safe. If it is a rage, she is doubted. This will be the 5th Denise Richards movie I've watched in the past few weeks. I've watched 5 movies in 3 weeks of Denise Richards. This is after not seeing her in a movie since 2003.
Oh, dude. Well, you're only yourself to blame because Money Plane literally was a terrible, terrible, terrible movie. How you could even got it to that, I have no idea.
The things I do for this podcast, man. I tell you.
This has been the happiest day of my life. I thought, the day I got married was happy. I thought the day that I had my 2 children. I thought that was my happiest day. No, I think this is the happiest day of my life. Know that you have to watch another Denise Richards movie.
So it looks like I'm watching Alpha Code. I'll try to watch it before the next podcast. I don't know what, I'm just losing my mind. It'll be 5 Denise Richards movies in like 3 weeks. This is just wrong.
It is a bit wrong.
Oh my goodness.
But at the same time,
you know what? You make your bed, you have to sleep in it.
100% true. Well, let's talk about a actor that maybe we can get on the Undoubted list.
All right, shoot.
How's that?
I would love to do that.
Okay. Well, I am bringing forward somebody that I've been saving as a special treat.
I need it after watching that Denise Richards movie.
And that is Emma Stone.
Emma Stone is Undoubted. My initial thought is that sounds interesting. I'm trying to just lay them on me because I do love Emma Stone.
I know, right? So, 2014, which I actually have not seen.
So this is 8-back.
It was Magic. What's that?
This is 8-back.
8-pack. Yep, 8-pack is Magic in the Moonlight.
Okay, yeah, it was meh.
Okay, I'm going to put your mark down there as meh.
That means let's hope that the next one isn't meh.
It's definitely a Mondo. We already know this. It's Birdman.
Birdman's Mondo.
Yep. Irrational Man was a Mondo.
Oh, it was Mondo.
And Aloha for me was a meh.
It was meh.
Okay. La La Land, we've already discussed it, is a Mondo.
Mondo.
Battle of the Sexes for me was a Mondo.
Battle of the Sexes. Oh, that was that was Mondo. That was with Steve Carell, Billie Jean King, right?
Billie Jean King film,
yep.
A biopic that I actually gave a Mondo. It's like a record.
Yeah, no, it was excellent.
And then 2018 was The Favorite, which was a Mondo.
Oh, it's so good. The Favorite
and
is
it's a period
Mondo.
piece.
Yeah, the
It's a
Favorite
period
is
piece.
totally Mondo.
And final, but not unfinal, is Zombieland Double Tap, which was a Mondo from both of us.
There you go. I guess she's...
It's a done deal.
Wow, Emma Stone's Undoubted. I am really pleased about that. Thank you for that pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting that.
You deserve that treat after having to see so many Denise Richards.
It's amazing. You go from Denise Richards to Emma Stone. I just want Alpha Code to be erased so I'd never have to watch another Denise Richards movie in my life.
If you would have given the proper rating to Money Plane, which it deserved, which was a rage,
It was meh.
it wasn't. It is literally one of the worst movies I've seen. So
It was silly.
it's unfortunate.
It was a silly meh.
It wasn't intentionally silly. They were trying to make a good movie, and it was terrible.
It was all right.
You deserve that. You deserve to watch another one. I hope that it's actually... It'd be funny if it was a mess.
Oh, God.
And
if
then
it's
she doesn't make the Doubted.
Yeah. She'll be
That's
safe.
going to be even better.
That means-
She'll be safe.
Then you'll nominate her again, like in 5 or 6 movies, and like, well, you better watch a couple of them.
Well, she makes 5 a year, so
Yeah,
it's
it
pretty
won't
good
take her
chance
long.
that
Yeah.
It won't take her long. All right, and so over Christmas...
By the way, before we leave Denise Richards,
Yep.
I after watching these 4 movies, this will be the 5th, I did not realize how bad an actress she is. Like, she is so unbelievably bad. Like, there is no way that
Yes.
she should have a career. I realized when
No.
she was younger, she was super cute, and
Yep.
I guess that's why she is awful. Like, and I don't know what
Apparently,
yeah.
the only person that can direct her is Paul Verhoeven.
There you go.
Because he directed her in just one of the best movies ever made, Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers. She was fine in Starship Troopers. I liked Wild Things, and then I think that's it. I think that's all I've
That's
liked.
got to be it.
Yeah.
So apparently, Paul Verhoeven and whoever directed Wild Things
There you go.
is the only person that know how to direct Denise Richards to be able to act.
Yes, Wild Things.
Paul Verhoeven can get the best out of everybody. Look, he even directed Arnold Schwarzenegger. So.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 Mesmerized this week.
Wow. Okay, lay them on me. I was ready.
Yep. So the first one was because I watched at Christmas time, It's a Wonderful Life.
So did I.
And
No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. Sorry.
how many movies did you see?
We watched
So,
a
I'm
lot
putting
of movies,
forward
but yes, we watched
Stewart.
It's a Wonderful Life. God, I love that movie. I haven't seen that movie in like probably 15 years, and for some reason I pulled it up. I said, let's watch it, and I was so happy we did. It's such a good movie.
I think that made my top 10 dramas of all time. So
Yeah, it did, I
if my
believe.
memory
Yep.
serves me correctly.
Yes,
So
indeed.
yeah, I'm putting through Jimmy Stewart as mesmerizing.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to be a challenge. And the next one is Sean Penn.
John Penn is mesmerized.
Yep.
So he
Is
can't
that
be
a statement or a
undoubted?
question?
He can't be undoubted? There's no possibility of that? What was,
Well,
what-
I did the work on him, and there was a rage for
there's,
me in there.
there's, there's a rage in there? All right. I would
Yeah, so
I can't argue with that either. Yeah, you can't look away when Sean Penn's on the screen.
and I kind of wish he did more stuff, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate.
All right.
Well, that was a successful win for the list this week.
And stay tuned next week, where we may or may not. We'll see if I've got time to watch Alpha Code. Stay tuned to
The
see.
Denise Richards.
Yeah, I'm sure that everybody's. You know what? Maybe we should drag this out for maybe we'll get a few extra listeners because they'll all be like on the edge of their seats. Ooh, is Denise Richards going to be
Denise
doubted?
Richards going to make it? Is she doubted? Is she not doubted?
Oh, who
Oh my
knows?
God! I can't wait till next week.
Oh.
People contacted me on Twitter and Instagram. Can you please hurry this along? I can't wait to find out.
All right, sir. So that is it for the lists.
It is.
All right, which brings up our Rage or Dare segment. Last week on Rage or Dare, Jim picked from my favorite bag in the world that I ever got to put my hand in. Yes, the sweet bag of pleasure commonly referred to as the Dare bag. Had Jim take a chance on life yet again? I have no idea what I'm reading here, man. Your copy is brutal with no punctuation. Anyways, as usual, the universe smoted Jim with the karma he rightly deserves when he magically pulled one of his favorite actors in a double-duty film called Jack and Jill. This week, Jim and I will have the choice to go rage or dare. Let's check in with Jim and see if Adam Sandler is double the torture or double the pleasure in this comedy gem. What do you say, Jim?
Well, the first 3 minutes and 33 seconds of this movie was awesome.
Was it?
Yeah, 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Mark that down.
3:33. Got it.
Because we were getting interviews with real, actual twins. And they were all introducing themselves. It was awesome. I was like, wow, I love twins. This is great. They got cool little cute personalities. And then the Sonny and Cher song. So far, this is a Mondo.
There you go. Twins and Sonny and Cher.
That's right. And then Regis Philbin came on.
Okay.
And it just kept getting better and better.
Who doesn't love Regis?
I know. Then Tim Meadows came on. I'm like, damn, I love Tim Meadows.
Tim Meadows is awesome.
Oh my God. 5 minutes and 49 seconds in, I'm thinking, who could ever hate this movie? It's got everything in it that you could ever want. Ever.
And then?
I'm loving Adam Sandler again. Wow. I'm thinking, this is the best 6 minutes and 35 seconds I've seen in a movie with Adam Sandler in it. And then I realized Adam Sandler as Jill is the most annoying thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
With the one-note voice that he uses. Back to some of my previous comments about Adam Sandler, he has 3 voices. His normal voice.
Yep.
His Hubie Halloween / Jill voice.
Yep.
And then his another annoying voice.
Yeah.
So he's got 2 out of 3 voices he does.
Annoying, funny, you know.
Yeah, no, they're just annoying. There's no funny. Best thing in this movie was Poopsie, the adopted Indian kid Gary, taping everything to his body. Well, pretty much everything. And then John McEnroe.
Yes, I remember that.
And then that's it. The whole movie, I wanted to end my hearing for life. I literally wanted to stick things in my ears and hope that it damaged my hearing for life. I just did not want to hear another thing after hearing Jill, a.k.a. Adam Sandler, talking again. I'll say it again. I don't know why bad comedians think putting more of them in a movie makes it funny. It's just 10 times more annoying. The whole premise.
Knocking over your mic there?
Oh, wait a minute.
You're still on. I can still hear you.
I just had a rage attack. It's just 10 times more annoying. The whole premise of this, of him not liking his sister, is totally idiotic right from the very beginning and stupid. It doesn't make any sense. And why do they, when I say they, I mean people who make these terrible formulaic comedies, make fun of fat people or simple people or whatever the flaw is. It's like they get caught in this trap where it's like, let's make this funny by making fun of other people. And that, Jill's character has a heart of gold, but she gets made fun of because she's got a heart of gold. It's just like, it's not funny, it's demeaning. And it was annoying me the whole time. I had 1,000,000 degrees of rage by the end of this movie. Run the numbers. Just like all but 1, maybe 2 movies of Adam Sandler was 1,000,000 degree level of rage. Too bad it wasn't dollars instead of rages. Best line by Gary, by the way. What are you going to wear? In hell. Solid gold, Gary. Solid gold.
Nice.
That Gary kid was awesome.
All
I
right.
couldn't get it to a man, though.
Nope.
He wasn't in the movie enough to get it to man. It was a super rage.
That's too bad. So that was from the Dare bag, right?
That was from the Dare bag. The Dare bag is a curse for me.
Yeah, I just get nothing but like I literally have I picked anything out of the Dare bag that I haven't liked?
No, there was one that we both had to watch.
Okay.
Because I was part of it. So you can pretty much guess what we pulled from the bag today. It's going to be terrible.
So we're doing the Dare bag again?
Or do you think we should stay to the safety of Murray's bag? You know that's going to be at least terrible.
Yeah. Your call.
Keep in mind, you're going to watch another Denise Richards movie. So what do you feel safer about?
You're
probably feeling safer with the Dare bag.
I might watch another. We'll see if I can fit it in before next time. Denise Richards might be pushed off for an extra week, but I'll try.
Try hard.
I don't know. Here, I got the bags in my hand. One's in my left hand, one's in my right hand. Say left or right?
Okay, I can't see them. I'm going to say left hand.
Left hand's Murray. This is Murray, right?
Okay, we're taking... Yeah, that's Murray.
All right. Even though he's not here, he's still here in spirit.
He's still causing us rage.
Okay. So I'm going to hold it up to the camera. Maybe you can read it. I know.
I'm going to try.
Are you sure this is Murray?
Go a little bit more. Oh! It's even worse than we thought.
What is it?
It's not Paul Blart 1. It's Paul Blart 2.
Oh, no. Is that the one in Vegas?
I don't know. It's Paul Blart. It's going to be terrible.
I think there's like a midget. Sorry. Apparently that's not a good word anymore.
No, the M word.
I just used the M word. I apologize. It is a little person. Kiss tribute band, I believe, is in it. So how bad can it be?
That sounds like it could be great.
That sounds like it could be great.
Doesn't he ride around on some kind of, what are they called?
Segway.
Those little machines you ride. Segway, yeah. The guy who created it that died from using it.
Hey, it's the guy from Becky. So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we love Becky, and he was amazing in Becky. Maybe this will be the best Paul Blart.
I just remember I haven't seen this one. I remember the commercials. I'm pretty sure there is a Kiss tribute band in it. I think that he might get into the Kiss makeup as well, and I think that's supposed to be funny because he's so much taller than them. That's all I sort of remember.
But again, are they making fun of little people?
Oh, probably. That's kind of the sophisticated humor that we're in for. I'm really sad that you said left. Really quite sad.
Well, we'll have another special prize for next week when one of us goes Dare. So
there we go.
It's me. So it's probably going to be awful.
Probably. Is it you next week? No, it'll be me next week. Next week I gotta choose. I'm flying solo
yeah, you're
next
right.
week.
It is you.
Yeah, so I get.
Oh baby.
I get Paul Blart 2, possibly Alpha Code, and then I get to get another movie next week for Rage or Dare. Boy, I am a lucky boy.
Yum.
2021 is looking up.
Money Plane was remember Money Plane was
yeah.
Rage, and you would have saved yourself a lot of problems.
I still don't. She is an unbelievably bad actress. I sit there and I watch, and I'm like, why would anybody put you in their movie? Why would they do that? I don't understand.
She's got a pretty smile.
It's not anymore.
She's got a pretty smile.
Have you seen her lately? I think she's had some plastic surgery or something because she got this weird frown. That it's like she always.
Yeah, don't you remember? Don't you remember we saw
when she talks? She actually sounds like this too because her mouth is in this weird permanent frown. So she always talks like
frozen.
this. This is what
kind of does sound. It does sound exactly like this.
It's like casting a Muppet.
Now, I'm gonna pretend that you're with Santa and imagine that again. Because remember that Santa movie? She was awesome. And by awesome, I mean terrible.
Oh, it's all so bad.
Terribly awesome.
I literally went 18 years, I guess, without watching a Denise Richards movie. I went 18 years. And now I'm going to watch 5 in 3 weeks.
I love this. This is the happiest day of my life. I have won the Denise Richards lottery.
You won the Denise Richards lottery. All right, let's wrap this up. I'm sick of talking about her.
Whoa, thanks again, Ragers, for listening. Thanks to the extended Film Rage crew of Leonard Conlon for his artistic vision and photography via Leonard Conlon Photography. Listen to us on all podcast streaming sites everywhere. Find us at Film Rage YYC on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or our website at filmrageyyc.com. We are always wanting your feedback to make this a raging blast for all listeners. So please go on social media, Apple Podcasts, our website, and or Podchaser, and give us some feedback. Give us more dares for films you want us to see. No matter what you do, please make us rage. Please, please. That's it for this week. Rage on!
Rage on!